Hey everybody, it's a Ken's Talk Excel helping tutorial. It's a quickie. It is how do you find words in a jumbled mess of letter scramble. Noticed a question on elance.com, one of my favorite sites to go and pick up contracting work for Excel work. And one of the questions is, I got a big old Excel sheet and every different column and every cell has got its own letter in it. And I want to find different words in here. I want to find the word America, for example. And I want to find to see if it exists more than one time in this big old chunk of data. How do I do that? How do I write a formula in here? It's called conditional formatting, we're going to get into, about changing the color behind here to make it look like something. And I'll give you a pretty quick way to do this, right? So he's looking for the word America. And he can start out by saying just the letters AM. You know, I want to find AM. I want to make it red here wherever it says AM. Well, here's what you can do. You can go into the very first cell on the top left of this square or rectangle of data that you have of letters in each cell. Go up here and go to Conditional Formatting, and you want to create a new rule. You want to write a rule and you want to make it a certain color when something is true. And we're going to use a couple different arguments that Excel has, and those are things like and or. They're basic coding arguments or functions that you can use in Excel. I'll show you how to use them. So when you go to Conditional Formatting and New Formatting Rule, we're going to say use a formula to determine which cells to format. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to write a formula just for the letters AM real quick. So how do we do this? Well, we go into this little box here and we type with the equal sign. And we say what we want to have is we want to have something. We're going to use the AND function first. The AND function is designed to, when it's true, meaning when it's correct or when it actually happens, then more than one thing happen at once, and both or three or four things happen at once. So we're saying equals AND, word AND, and then beginning parentheses. And we're in cell B3 right now. That's where that A is. So we're going to say if B3, I'm typing in B3, equals quotation mark A, because we were looking for the letter A, end quotation mark. If that's the letter A, then that would be good, right? But this is an AND. We've got more than one thing. So we're looking for an A and an M in the next cell over. So now we have to do a comma after we said and, beginning parentheses, B3 equals A. And now we're going to say, well, the cell over to it is C3. The one to the right is C3. So we type in C3 equals sign, beginning quotation mark, M, end quotation mark. And now end parentheses. And this is a very simple one. Now I'm not done yet because I want to make this a certain color. So I clicked Format there at the bottom. And I'm going to click the red color, or the yellow color is a little nice. Let's go with yellow for highlighting. Press OK. And I pressed OK. And what you're going to see is this A is now become green. Now I want to apply this rule to this entire area. And the way I wrote it without dollar signs around the cell references. I just said B3 and C3. So this will now work when we go up here. We go to Conditional Formatting again. We go to Manage Rules. And now we've got this whole area of where can we apply this rule to. And if you click this little image thing there, it's going to allow you to choose the area. We want this whole area to be under this rule. In this case, it's going to turn that first cell green or yellow if it's an A next to an M. Okay, apply, and voila. We now have all these instances where A's are next to M's, right? You could make that formula more than two things. You could make it the entire word America, right? You could say, I want to manage my rules. I want to go into this rule. I'm going to edit this rule now, and I'm going to add some things. I'm going to say, well, I don't just want AM, I want another comma here, and I want to say cell D3 needs to equal the letter E, and then E3, cell E3 needs to equal, whoops, I pressed the wrong button there. E3 needs to equal R, and F3 needs to equal I. You can see how poorly I type. And G3 needs to equal C. And finally, H3 needs to equal A. And parentheses. Now you've got the entire word America here. So if we apply this, the only place that stayed yellow was here. where the word America exists, and here where the word America exists. Now I can also go through how to make this into all of these cells yellow at that time and not just the first letter, but it depends on what you need. So you can also add an OR function in front of your AND function and type in all these different letters in their appropriate cell references and get the entire set to highlight. We'll probably do that in another video if you really need it, because it takes a little while to write. But it can work. You can always find words or different combinations of letters or whatever's in the cell, letters or numbers or characters. Anything that's in the cell, you can write a conditional formatting code to find and turn it any color you want. So that's how you do it. That's an Excel short. If you got any questions, you can always email me, ken@kenstalk.com, or check out kenstalk.com, where I'll be adding these videos hopefully frequently. And enjoy Excel. It's a powerful tool. I love it. And you should love it too, because it makes all your work. Why scan through all this, try to find these? This is not a crossword puzzle. This is not a game book. You're not sitting on the metro all day trying, have all the time in the world to find this word in here. You want to find it quick. You want to have a formula do it. Let Excel and the formulas that are powerful and ingrained inside Excel do the work for you. That's how you stay productive. And that's Ken's Talk.